in post-Nazi Germany, there was a saying that if there's
I'm sorry, your dog looks funny as hell with the green.
Tripping out. Yeah.
No, but in post-Nazi Germany, there was actually a saying that if you're at a restaurant, you see a table with like 10 normal-looking people and like one guy in a Nazi uniform, there's 11 Nazis on that table. You know, because a lot of fascism persists not because a country is fascist, but because a country is indifferent. You know.
I've actually need to edit this stream that I have that's from a month or more ago where it was about gatekeeping. And basically the way I look at it is because I've had people say, oh, you say ambassadors, not gatekeepers, but you don't like these people, comic creators. Like, well, yeah, because you can't have 100% tolerance. It's just a simple fact. I mean, it's called the paradox of tolerance. And that's what I apply to gatekeeping, right? You guys know what that is, I imagine.
Yeah.
Like you can tolerate all kinds of people and views except for views that inherently insist on reducing the speech and views and rights of others.
Exactly.
So I mean, you can let everybody into your club or whatever, and then the Nazi shows up, and you're like, hold on, man. He's like, well, what about, I thought what about tolerance? Like, well, but then you bring your Nazi friends, and then over time, like it doesn't take a fucking genius to know the end result of this shit, and you have to draw the line fucking somewhere. So
exactly. Hey, all for being ambassadors, but we can't be ambassadors for the gatekeepers.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Exactly. It's
salt.
Speaking of gatekeepers, Critical Drinker is usually he's an entry-level dude, but I looked at some of his live streams recently, and he definitely dives a bit deeper into this type of stuff. So I'm going to play a segment here. It's 2.5 minutes long, so we're welcome to interrupt because he's going to say plenty of cringe stuff here.
Cool.
Who's controlling these shows and movies that choose to go woke knowing, well, it's going to flop? As far as I understand it, a lot of it's determined by a company's ESG score. So environmental, social.
Can he give some examples of shows that are flopping because they're woke, or is he not going to give examples?
What you want him to have specific examples and evidence? Do you know who you're watching? Do you know?
I just want to say, like, what kind of dork ass insecure fucking little child wears sunglasses indoors for the fucking camera, dude? Jeez, I did that in one of my movies as a signifier of that character's insecurity and his need to look cool for the camera. Like, that's a joke I made in one of my fucking movies. And there it fucking is right in front of you. And by the way, that character would have fucking loved this shit. Straight up. Unaired pilot. It's on my channel.
Holy shit. We are blessed. We are touched by the penis of God himself.
Shit.
Shit.
Hey,
what's up, man?
I issue no promises. My internet has been absolute crap. So if I just disappear,
no, you have to have perfect internet to be here. Flawless internet, okay? Well,
yeah, we didn't tell you about that. That there's like a perfect internet clause here.
It's been a really bad day with the
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Never dropped out during a stream.
Ever. You got to show your fucking test. Your speed results before you come on.
Yeah, I don't even think it's reaching 1 megabyte.
hey, Head Ninja, you should watch the video that I did on bad writing.
So I literally have no idea what I'm dropping into. What? Hi.
We are just starting this segment. Drinker's 10 seconds into his little speech on his live stream. I reset a little bit so you can get caught up because it's gold. And
is he on cocaine? Because he's wearing sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
I never thought.
Well, he has a very bright apartment, okay?
Is he a big fan of that 80s song?
Maybe it's because, like, if you look at his eyes, it kind of takes the whatever edge he might have disappears when you look at his,
Or there's no soul behind those.
You would think absolute boredom, like, because this guy fucking hates pretending to not know shit about movies. That guy's actually a movie nerd, straight up.
So, okay, so we'll get to the video here, but one thing I noted going over this live stream, he was talking about the whatever movie he's putting together for his character, Ryan Drake. He's putting together the Ryan Drake movie. He is not directing it. He just wanted to write it, and it's like,
oh, good.
My God,
I can't wait.
Like if I were doing a production, I would want to direct it more than write it. Even
Okay,
director has final creative choices on shit.
Can't wait to discuss the criticisms of the writing.
I think I know why he wears sunglasses. Like I said.
Yeah, no, I think about the sunglasses. It's
He just looks like it. Well, look, fact is, he just looks like a normal ass dude, but like he doesn't look like he's got any kind of mystique or like cool, you know, like he looks.
He looks like if Rami Malek and Chris Evans had like a really awkward love baby. That's
he's okay. Yeah, he's the butt baby of Rami Malek and Chris Evans.
They have a big French kiss, and next thing you know,
they disowned him instantly. It's like, oh, we're out.
All right.
Wyatt said it best. He does it like a '90s kids TV show
Controlling these shows and movies that choose to go knowing.
Well, we might as well start it over for Charles.
Let's start it over for Charles.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. We just started. But yeah, that's it, Slashers. He just looks nice. He looks like a nice guy in a regular ass photo.
Yeah.
He can't look like a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's why he's gonna grow out the facial hair and make sure he wears his glasses indoors.
That's his Grindr profile pic.
Then he wouldn't be such a badass. with his cool Batman bed. That's for Robert Hamilton.
Sub looking for Dom.
Right.
Oh God. All right. Let's get into it.
Yeah, here we go. Who's controlling these shows and movies that choose to go woke, knowing well it's going to flop? As far as I understand it, a lot of it's determined by a company's ESG score. So environmental, social, and governance. That's the the benchmark for.
What is he talking about, dude?
Well, so do we want to look at any? I should have got some clips from it, but like I did cover ESG a while back, right? Because it's one that Ethan Van Sciver has used a lot, and that was the only place I'd heard it for a while until recently.
That's QAnon shit, bro.
You do
it really is
deeper dive into this stuff. You will see them bring into it, and the fact that like Critical Drinker, he's like one of the biggest one, if not the biggest one of these guys, and now he's yakking about it on his live stream. Now,
you know the sad truth, and what they don't want to accept is the people who are controlling, who gets to make these movies and all that. It's the fucking market, Will Jordan. All right, it's the fucking open market. The majority of the world likes these movies, even though it makes you want to poo-poo your pants. All right, like that's the reality of it.
So if anybody wants to check out. Bob, I don't know how deep you get into ESG itself in what you've got, or if it's. Do you want me to do it?
Hold on. I've been in test screenings and I've taken cinema scores. Never once has the environment come up on how I felt about a show that they're proposing. That's insanity.
Well, I mean, it's actually, look, okay, all right. Here's a quick rundown of ESG. What it is: environmental, social governance. It's a Obama era regulation that was, not even a regulation. It's just a set of guidelines that investors use to, decide if they want to invest in something, right? Like, and that's all it is. It's a function of fucking capitalism.
Green energy,
in fact,
right?
It's a guideline. It's not even a policy or a law or a regulation or nothing.
Nobody has to do it.
Nope.
Oh my
God! It's how Elon Musk got around.
All it is, it's like it creates incompetence for investors. It gives investors confidence that they can go, all right, well, at least if I invest in this company, I know that they're not gonna, do some toxic spill or whatever. They're really, they're not gonna start calling trans people groomers on their networks or whatever, or they're, it's shit like that. And
fossil fuels, fracking, that shit's looked poorly upon. Right?
That's it.
Everybody knows that the first thing movie studios do before they greenlight a movie is assess the environmental damage. That's just kind of like been a long-standing common practice.
Yeah, no.
Wait, this car scene. This is a gas guzzler you're using. This isn't gonna fly. This is not gonna fly. Put a Chevy Volt in this car scene, and then maybe we'll talk.
Hey, Brad Pitt's trailer is just too fucking fancy, guys. We need to cut this shit down,
No, yeah.
How are you
Dane-
powering all these lights,
just-
by the way? I don't see
I don't see solar
any
panels.
solar panels whatsoever. We're shutting this down. Sorry.
Wait, how much electricity does that camera use? No. You have to get a solar powered IMAX camera immediately.
You're filming
Hey,
a rain scene in California while there's wildfires. How dare you? How very dare you?
Okay, that shade of green screen is just not green enough. All right, we need to be more supportive of the environment here, people. All right, let's get in the spirit.
Just for the record, I wanted to say that there's plenty of reports about it being more profitable. I don't,
Yeah,
there's like layers. This is a misinformation onion. With this
like
shit.
I thought it was. So this guy, his accent tells me he's not from America, which I love the people that have so much to say about America who are either immigrants or not even in the country themselves.
Right.
That's my favorite. He sounds like he's not American. I don't know what part of America that is. But generally speaking, most Americans tend to lean left, which fits in line with this.
No, yeah. Like Dane kind of summarized it kind of perfectly. All it is, for people who don't know, it's, some people, people who are wealthier, who maybe don't want things going to conservative causes, but want to put their money into financial groups, will put their money into a financial group and ask, hey, can we make sure it doesn't go towards, these things I don't like? I want to go through, I want to support green energy. I want to support trans rights. I want to support, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they give their money to an investment firm, and the investment firm will then look at these ESG scores from these companies. And some companies don't even give ESG scores.
Right.
And
They're breaking
that's
the law.
all it is. It's like a guideline. And
That's so stupid. I would like. I know that the worst part is that I know that deep down, Critical Drinker actually does give a shit about movies, like despite his persona. So like, look,
I watched
he's hiding tears, guys. He's
Prometheus
hiding
video
tears.
the other day.
He's hiding fucking tears. That's why the sunglasses are there.
Fucking guy doesn't know anything about anything.
He really doesn't.
But we're only,
He shat on Prometheus, and it was like, dude, did you watch the movie? Like,
yeah.
Are you
Well,
just
it's
an
one of those
Alien fangirl? Because like that was a brilliant movie.
Dude, Prometheus, that movie gets that's one of those movies that like in 5 more years, everyone's gonna look back on it and be like, yeah, they were really going for it on that.
I think they're there.
Yeah.
Like everybody, the big thing at the time was, they couldn't run out of the way of the falling circle thing.
I just take helmets off.
Yeah.
Well, that is something that will drive me nuts. People expect purely logical thinking in a crisis situation. It's like,
how does Marty know Doc?
In that situation.
How does Marty know Doc? That is my question to you.
And I think not just that. And I think not just that, but like these are scientists. I think like it's fucking Damon Lindelof. Like, The Leftovers is my favorite show ever. That's my number one show of all time.
His sound.
Yeah, and like, dude, like honestly, like, so when I watched it, like I noticed a lot of those problems too. But then I was like, look, however the direction was, like, I just feel that like if you're a scientist and you're in the presence of an alien civilization, and you're right there. And the fucking doctor on the fucking spaceship says, "Hey, you can breathe that air. By the way, I'm taking my helmet off.
Yeah,
dude. I want to go meet these aliens.
Be the first human in history to breathe in. I don't know, goo air.
Goo air. Yeah. For you move too fast.
So we barely touched on this little segment.
That's true.
I really feel like we should probably stay on task with it, if nothing else, but for my editing purposes. It's just by the way, I wanted to back up what I showed on screen with. You guys want to take a guess at what percentage of company executives have said that their ESG spending led to moderate or significant financial returns?
1%.
Less than 5.
90%.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So the problem with ESG at this point, pretty early on, basically, is that there's struggling to find ways to implement it in a few various areas of given industries or whatever. But like generally, yes. But it's the kind of thing where it's still kind of a new novel thing, and then that's why you got people that are trying to demonize it.
Right.
Anyway,
investing in, and if they don't meet those thresholds, then a lot of investment firms just won't touch them.
Okay.
Yes. So
And this is the funny thing.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he said that. It's like, okay, what the? So what?
what do you care about investment firms?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
not just that, but like, who does he like? Do you like when that's not like the only source of revenue for these movie studios is their investors? Like they literally make movies on the box office and take the profit.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movies pay for other movies.
well, yeah, it's what it is it's just I made the joke on my stream talking about ESG, and basically it's the Alex Jones great gay frog conspiracy for these guys. It's like they're putting chemicals in the movies that are making the freaking kids gay, because that's what the implication is, right? The implication is by everything that they're saying these days. You tie it all together, and with the overall idea is that there's this LGBT woke stuff being forced on our kids, and the implication with that being that it's going to turn them gay or groom them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what it all is, man. It's so it kind of like the manga versus comics bullshit that Comicsgate does. You can tell people for so long, like, because for so many years Comicsgate was like, the comics industry's dying, it's dying, they're doing badly, and then year after year you look and the sales are up and up and up and up, and it's like that will only hold people's attention for so long. Eventually people are going to start going, wait a second, but this says the sales are up. So they have to fucking come up with a new thing. So it became, well, okay, yes, sales are up, but it's because manga sales are up, and manga's actually destroying comics. And if you look at them, yeah, manga's doing really fucking well. There's no reason to think that it's affecting comics negatively, because it is also up. Like regular American comics are also up.
Right.
But that doesn't, but still they need some kind of like just justification they can latch onto. They don't think too hard about that justification, of course. So with this, it's like, this is why companies are doing it. Like, why would they be forcing wokeness? Well, because BlackRock and ESG. Oh, okay, BlackRock and ESG.
I just ultimately don't think that Marvel or DC is like, oh man, I'm pretty glad we had a profitable quarter this year, but we're not more profitable than Marvel. God damn it,
Yeah. It's because our ESG is too low. We need to boost
the ESG is too low. We need green.
I personally, I like Chinese food that doesn't have ESG in it.
Oh, that's true. ESG gets you gassy.
Yeah.
That's what the G stands for.
I only go to theaters that have ESG surround sound.
Yeah, well, that's the best. Of course.
That's the best way to watch Avatar.
All right. I know there's more cringe here.
Thing, right?
Yeah,
because a lot of people who have money, they don't manage those funds themselves. They give it to a wealth management firm who does it all for them. They do all their thinking for them.
Yeah.
That firm does their investments for them, and what they invest in is companies that meet that ESG score.
It depends what they ask for. If they're asking for a certain ESG score,
ROI is important,
or they may
ROI
not.
is important. Yeah.
Like, what does he think? I mean, what does he think that the investors do when they're call-ins? Well, hey, I'm glad you got me a good profit this year, Warner Brothers, but you need more gay people in your kids' movies. Dude.
We briefly touched on this. Well, I think I touched on it yesterday, where when people put their money into investment firms, they tell them how they want their portfolio played, whether they want like a steady, safe bet 5% interest every year, or maybe they want some investments in crypto and have a little bit more volatility, risk reward, where they have a chance of losing some money. Also, with that risk, there's a chance that they might, instead of 5%, they may get like 30% back on what their investment is. So yeah, that is all normal, but never have I heard it in somebody who's well off to have an investment firm say, "Hey, only woke shit."
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what do you think these fucking like firms do? Call up every one of their client. Hey, is it okay if we put money in Disney? Like that's what they're paid for, so that these people don't have to fucking think about it. It's because like, surface level,
These investment firms, they have to name like they invest in like a whole bunch of companies, and then they name it like fucking kangaroo,
the kangaroo package.
And if that were true, there would be like an ESG package or I don't know, socially aware package or something like
package.
it would be pretty thin and out there. Or the 4-letter shrink down, woke
Yeah.
or ESG one. It would be pretty easy to locate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing he didn't locate anything like that. I'm guessing.
The question I'd have to ask him is, so you're going to an investment firm. Are you going to say, hey, I would like to put my money in a company with a high ESG score, or hey, I'd like to put my money in a company that makes money?
Yeah, exactly. As a grifter, you would think he would understand the money making idea of investments. Not,
I mean,
it says everything about their audience that none of them would think critically enough to say something to that's not how it fucking works, Will. Like, they're all fucking idiots. I swear.
Yeah, who's fiscally social? That doesn't work in America. That's just it's not
no
the way
ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah,
no,
I'm sorry. That's socialist bullshit, man. Anybody who invests money is looking to make money.
Yeah, they're trying to They're trying to own stake in a capital in people who have capital.
Yeah, exactly. It's why the people scoop up houses like they're fucking M&Ms.
Yeah.
It's
all right. Let's see what else he says.
And that applies to movie studios as well. So something like Disney, you want people to invest in it, but the big people, not just like the little guys who are going to buy 2 shares or something because they just really love Disney movies, like the big guys who've got like millions of dollars to invest.
The big guys, I would hazard a guess, the big guys don't care about ESG score. They just want to make money.
Yeah,
I would hazard that guess.
They make that they're millionaires because they don't really care who they have to invest in.
Like George Soros, I'm sure could give a frog's fat ass about anything. He's like dumb.
Make me more money.
That guy's probably never gonna watch Avatar 2.
No, it's funny. He's dismissing the
you can buy 2 shares, nothing but media. You can.
Yeah.
You can buy a share. You can buy half a share.
He's dismissing the people who buy like 1 or 2 shares, but the reality is ESG score is really for them, the people who, they have extra money. They may not be filthy rich, but they have extra money. They just want to invest in a company they like, and they want to make sure that company's not super cringe. That's pretty much it.
As as one of the people who would fit under the category of only invests 1 or 2 shares. Instead, if I were a big fan of Disney, I would buy something of theirs that I knew had value and would gain value. Like I've had stuff that as a collector, I've resold stuff that, I originally purchased as a fan of something, and something that I'm currently selling right now. I have a rare figure of
I see. You're using this to sell your stuff. I get it.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, shit. My ESG score is fantastic, by the way.
Let's dig that up.
This is the sun that's lighting me right now.
So, just a little more context. So, we're hearing a lot about the S part of the ESG because of the stuff that we cover. There's more I've looked into it, there's a concentrated effort across, conservatism to kind of demonize the entire thing. The E is environmental, which you know what that means? Yeah. Climate change. And they don't like that, so, and then the governance, that's another one. It's basically just everything conservatives hate because they don't like, or they say they don't like government, but really what they mean is they don't like government that, actually makes people or companies accountable for anything, or government that, lets, I don't know, base its things on reality instead of, fucking theocracy. So, yeah, of course it's going to be their nemesis. And we'll probably be fucking hearing about it for a while. We probably haven't even started hearing the worst of it, I bet.
Well, he's probably tired of hearing about that bleached reef down in Australia. So, he's just enough with climate change. I don't care about the damn coral reef.
The most inconvenient thing about climate change is just having to think about it, ultimately.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate having to think about stuff.
Yeah.
I like to ignore it because then it will get better on its own.
How do you explain snow then? It's snowing right now. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
I mean-
Some days are colder than others, therefore climate change doesn't exist.
You're not wrong,
You know,
Mikey. I just that doesn't mean that like we need to unite with the other people who are cool with grifters or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just being divided on its own merits is yeah, it sucks, and I understand the class analysis of that, but like we still got to do harm reduction and push back against bullshit.
Yeah, you have to meet that ESG criteria, and a lot of that is like pushing the message.
God, I would love him to answer what the message is. Just
That's what I was
define
just
it for me,
thinking.
Will.
Woke,
For the
just
love
woke,
of God. Yeah.
Woke.
Can you in 20 words or less, Will Jordan, describe what the message is in a way that
Yeah.
and don't
Is that
get to
his real
clarify
name?
anything? You know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah.
It
Will
sounds
Jordan.
like a fake comic character. There's no way that's his real
He's
name.
done. We looked into have a video where Perp and I looked at his writing career. He's actually got a published novel series, series of novels that's basically like knockoff Bourne, content. Like
That
just
could
some
be pen names.
It's
Will
Jack
Jordan
Ryan.
could
I
be his
mean,
pen name.
Ryan Drake.
It might be, but yeah, it's still that's the name he. I guess.
I've never heard of that stuff, so
No, I've actually started reading. I started reading the first book he put out for a later live stream. I know, guys. It sucks. It's the most mediocre fucking thing that you've ever fucking sat down and read, man. I swear to God.
That's what I figured. I didn't think it would suck. I just figure it's boring and like generic, basically.
It's the kind of book that could only be written by a guy who doesn't read books. Like it's just so. It's so
it
clear.
kinda
seems
like-
to.
kind of like Isom and Eric July is written by a guy who clearly doesn't read fucking
Bro,
comics.
that is the best way to compare it. Yeah.
I literally have Cyberfrog #1, and I knew I said to my live stream I'd read it and talk about it, and I don't want to.
That's the name of this guy's stuff is Cyberfrog.
No, that's
No, that's Ethan Van Sciver.
Ellen Van Sciver.
Oh,
whatever.
Man, for a bunch of critics, they all have their own
Evan.
shit they're pushing, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like they're grifting.
Listen, I'm a failed filmmaker. I have no qualm saying that.
Oh, that's
Those
just virtue signaling, man.
Those who can't do critique, those who critique and do are.
I don't want to invest in companies that use slavery. Fucking virtue signaling bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
I only invest in companies that do slavery myself. More slavery, the better.
Yeah,
I've been the Nestle stockholder from day one, bro. Like,
do you have any 5-year-olds at your company? How many? Okay, 5,000 shares, please.
And how close are they to death? That's what I really need to know.
And that's ultimately what it comes down to. If they don't do that, they don't get investment, and they don't get the funds that they need to make more films.
Whoa. They only get the money from investment firms? The fuck are you talking about? No.
Oh, you precious child, you.
Really, dude. Honestly, it's so stupid on its surface, man. It's so stupid on its surface. I'm more pissed off at the audience than him, because it's like, guys, just think about it for 2 seconds.
But
just think about it.
You have to already believe in the woke bullshit, the anti-woke bullshit, to buy this, I think. So it's like it's not meant to. I don't think this is meant to like necessarily grab anybody and pull them in. I think this is meant to maintain from people from thinking too much out. Like, well, wait, what if no, it's because of this? Oh, okay, gotcha. I was starting to fucking have questions, and then you pointed out the BlackRock thing.
Ironic postscript. Disney bought out a company called BlackRock, which is now Disney Interactive. BlackRock was a UK-based gaming studio that they bought out. So
another irony is I often get my cold coffee from a coffee shop here in Portland called BlackRock. There's a whole chain around here. And it's really good.
What's the ESG score?
It's espresso, salt, no sugar, and
salt.
I
you really need to wake up, huh?
I fumbled the bag on that one.
and I think it's
like a little salt and pepper in my coffee.
Yeah. Listen, I really need to get up. Put some salt in there. Oh, okay.
Also, another one is in Lost. the name of the slave ship in Lost is called Black Rock. Is the Black Rock?
Oh my God, that's right. Where the
Also-
dynamite is.
Yep.
I'm just saying my favorite type
Oh.
of rock is obsidian. I'm just putting that out there.
Yo,
Oh.
Lost is on ABC, which is owned by Disney. Yo, get the fucking crazy red
Get
string.
Mulder and
I'm ready.
Scully up in here, bro. Get Mulder and Scully right now.
I'm
I'm-
not going into any of this stuff.
I'm
until I
buying
see
in.
ES scores in front of me.
I'm buying in. I'm buying in. He's onto something.
All right.
What is
we can get
Disney's
through this.
affinity with black rocks?
You gotta follow the money, man.
And as
Favorite
sad as it
band,
is,
Living
there you
Colour?
go. That's the economy of modern movie making, I suppose.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
This is why. Well,
Yeah.
the future
God
may
he's
just
like-
lie in independent films. You know, people who aren't answerable
Yeah.
to that stuff. They don't have huge investors.
So wait. These big movie studios get
Executive
all the
producer.
money from get all the money for their movies from investment
independent-
firms. But independent movies, they just make it on their own.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
What? What?
That is
Yeah.
Ah.
Jesus, man. How does anybody fall for this? It's like nothing's gonna save Hollywood more like movies made outside the Hollywood system. Like that's
Yeah.
just the only way.
He
Well,
clearly
it's
doesn't
also
know
like-
what the executive producer's job is. Like, he
Right.
doesn't know
Really
who
think
the
about
hot
that.
shot is.
Like, is the implication that because these movies are making money and making investors money, that somehow that's going to end Hollywood movies? Like, what?
You know what? I'm gonna save Hollywood, bro. I got 6 short films on my channel. You guys can go see it right now. We're just gonna fucking save Hollywood if you it's like
Yeah.
right now, dude.
The adage used to be that movies don't make money. So I don't know what the fuck he's on about. Like,
Yeah.
in Hollywood, they pay people very well to find tax loopholes and figure out a way to report losses. I said this yesterday. Netflix manages to figure out a way to constantly report that they're just eating shit every quarter, but they keep buying stuff. So I don't know. If I don't have money in my bank account, I can't buy new things. So how is Netflix doing it?
I don't know.
Independent
I don't know.
movies.
Yeah, it's saving Netflix.
Saving everything.
They've got to GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
Indiegogo's
Ben
more
Shapiro's got
laughs.
his-
Indigo
Ben
goes-
Shapiro has his indie movie studio, right? Like they're fucking saving Hollywood, right? They're dominating, huh?
But with that Mary Sue girl, that one that we don't
Gina
talk about that
Carano.
Mary Sue. No, the
Mhm.
little teenage girl that knows how to exactly she's John Connor at age 16 in a school.
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah. Teenage girl version of John McClane.
Oh, I
Joanna
said John
McClane.
Yeah.
John Connor.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
Okay. No. You were right, John McClane. It's
Yeah.
Die Hard
because-
in a school shooting.
Because it dies hard, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In the box office.
That they have to satisfy. They can just get enough money together to get a film crew, get the technical guys, get some actors, tell the story they want to tell. You know, and those are the movies that end up being
It's
fucking
that
fun.
easy.
Or you have
Yeah.
the occasional, what do I even call it? Like relic or holdover from different eras, where you've got guys like Tom Cruise who essentially form their own production companies that aren't answerable to the same investment criteria, who can just do movies that are crowd pleasers. That
Does he think?
Now,
God damn! It's like every.
Does he really
20
think that
seconds
Tom
he
Cruise
does
funded
7
the whole
stupid
fucking
things.
movie?
The Scientologist he's talking about.
yeah, no,
Real,
he's trying to make out like Top Gun Maverick's like an independent movie somehow. Like that's
Yeah.
like something, but
Well, I mean-
fucking indie thing that Tom Cruise did all by himself.
If
Tom
any
Cruise does
if,
that
listen,
Alibaba, is it Alibaba or something? There's that company that
That-
makes the Mission Impossible movies or whatever it's fucking called. It's just, God damn, it's so
What-
stupid, man. Sorry.
if I were to give this guy one thing that Hollywood was beholden to something, I would say maybe Tom Cruise is beholden to Scientology because he's kind of
Yeah.
like their mouthpiece of sorts, and he totally went the opposite direction with it. Like, wait, what? He's the one guy who's for fucking independent
He's an
cinema. What are you
independent-minded
talking
person.
about?
You know what?
No,
it's
if
very
you know
likely,
anything
very
about-
likely that he does have ties to Scientology, and he wants out so fucking bad that he's just trying to fucking die with all these movies, dude. Just like he just wants to make sure that it's on camera
If you know
before he
anything about,
goes out of Scientology.
The L. Ron Hubbard's cult.
if you know anything about L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology, and then Tom Cruise and that whole relationship to it, which I know a good bit.
John Travolta,
It's all, well, specifically with Tom Cruise, he is their emissary. He is, his entire being is designed to represent Scientology positively, and like it's just he's essentially a robot, you know, programmed by Scientology to do everything in service of Scientology. So yeah, of course, what benefits him benefits benefits like Hollywood usually and Scientology, but like, god damn, this guy is stupid, man. Just
he broke poor little Katie Holmes's career.
Right, yeah, because she wasn't super into the whole Xenu thing.
Well, I mean,
it was, independent cinema.
I mean, the story was that Nicole Kidman was never into it, and it caused Tom Cruise to get like further away from Scientology. And
then they made
the rumor is they kind of pushed them to get divorced.
You know what?
I'm going to send my bare ass on cinema now.
I really hope that Hollywood wakes up one day and sees this independent actor Tom Cruise and decides to like, hey, he's going
Give him
somewhere.
a shot.
With him.
You know how long you have to work at the grocery store to afford that fucking jet?
It's a really sad story, but you know, it's a story of perseverance, is what it is.
Man, if we could only have more people for independent cinema like Tom Cruise.
Well, one thing they always like to talk about is that there's the thank you message at the beginning of Top Gun Maverick, and they like to talk about, oh, wasn't that special? He told the audience thank you, and they ignore the fact that like half the movies I've seen since the pandemic did that. Like, do those ones not count?
Yeah. Tom Cruise is just like, he just wants to make good movies.
Yeah.
And he
like The Mummy.
The
only thing that like what he should be saying right now is Tom Cruise, if he can get an FX shot in camera, Tom Cruise will risk himself to get an FX shot in camera.
Yeah.
He's just like these super rich idiots flying to Mars. They're risking quite a bit, even though they don't financially need to be going into space. It's the same thing. Like once you reach a certain point of rich fuck itness, you know what? Let's put me on a motorcycle. I'll jump off a cliff and fucking just do a parachute jump.
I mean, look,
just get the camera ready.
I give him prop. The guy is like, he's the kind of guy that he's frustrating, seems like, because whatever he puts his mind to, he wants to be the fucking best at it. And that's in some ways.
Admirable. No, I agree.
You know, but like at the same time, just thinking that he's doing it for pure love of the game or for Hollywood or what, I don't know, man. This is another thing, just kind of what he's alluding to as well, is that the relic of old Hollywood is something else I see often, not even necessarily from chuds, but like, you know, oh, what happened to the movie star? There's no movie stars anymore. Now it's about the characters. Recently, I think it was Tarantino said that. He was like, there are no movie stars anymore. Now it's the characters are the star. And I think he meant that in a negative sense.
Yeah,
and
stop casting ensembles then, Quentin.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, I'd rather the characters be the people. Like, who fucking cares about them? I mean, movie stars are like actors should be actors, and then characters should be what we connect to, right? Like you don't want to project onto a movie star.
I don't entirely agree with that. I mean, there should bankability is Tom Cruise has bankability, which there Zoe Saldana has bankability. I mean, she averages $500 million every movie she's in. That's
she doesn't
star
really
power.
lead she doesn't lead in a lot of movies. She usually is. I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but
it's just a really fucked coincidence that every movie she's in seems to make $1.5 billion.
No, I'm not knocking her at all. I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of people say movie star, they think like Will Smith, Tom Cruise, Denzel Washington.
It was Jennifer Lawrence for a hot second, and then she said something stupid.
Yeah, Will Smith slapped someone.
It happens. They were trying to push Harry Styles, and Don't Worry, Darling ate shit. It happens, but
are you? Never mind.
I mean, there's a lot of really big.
I think it happens more organically. Is the movie stars don't just. I mean, The Rock before Black Adam was just like,
bankable.
Bankable. It was a bankable star.
Yeah, definitely.
So like, well, he's talking about like Bruce Willis and Demi Moore type
Demi Moore.
fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. That's what he's talking about. And
Mhm.
okay, I mean,
What's up, Blurry
he's sort of right.
All right, we're almost to the end of this, guys. We can do it.
All right, let's go.
People actually want, and that's why we got Top Gun Maverick. Didn't have to meet any ESG requirements. Didn't have to like preach any particular social messaging. Just got to focus on making a good end product. And look at the results: $1.5 billion in the bank. That's not bad.
All right.
Yeah, for that independent company, Paramount.
Yeah, no,
That little
one thing I
indie
wanted to bring
corp.
up. So
New
the
startup.
big movie studio that produced it was Paramount. So let's see. Oh, it's right here. Awesome. So we're gonna skip ahead
you're gonna
a bit because
shit
we
on his
actually
head?
covered a lot. Here's Paramount's ESG report. All these ESG reports are public, and you can look them up.
Cool.
Paramount is clearly a very woke company that funded this. And did you know?
Comedy Central, right?
I'm so
Did
glad
you know
got
that-
this product, bro. This is great.
But did you know that a Chinese company actually put some money into Top Gun Maverick? They did eventually come out,
Yeah.
but they put like $20 million into Top Gun Maverick. And we know Chinese people aren't, the Chinese companies aren't very woke.
Well, also they're not putting like they're not going movie by movie. It's like, you're hitting on this is Paramount. They're not like going, oh, does this movie meet? It's like, no, the studio is the thing that they measure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man.
That Chinese company that put money into Top Gun Maverick, and Chinese companies aren't going to be all that, culturally woke or anything. They did an ESG report as well.
Oh shit, 10 cents.
10
So-
cent.
Yeah.
Do you know why they're called that?
Why?
No, I don't.
Because they
No.
always have 10%. They always buy 10%.
But yeah, no, this is you guys, like, as we watch that, we end up covering pretty much everything I want to go over. Just it's an investment strategy for essentially neoliberals who have extra money and want to put it towards companies that aren't going to be anti-trans, and that's it. Big companies don't care. They doesn't go towards funding or anything. It blows my mind how insane this whole thing is, and that now it was used to be the smaller scale stuff, but now we have Critical Drinker saying this stuff. So it's like if he's saying it now they're all going to be saying it. I feel.
Well, I know
Also,
somebody pointed out Steven Crowder talks about it before, so like it's Crowder level.
Crowder's deeper down the rabbit hole.
so usually people who have stock in something, i.e., Twitter, you need to have a fair amount of share of the company to have a say in what they do. And BlackRock has less than 5% shares of Disney. So I don't know what the threshold is for Disney for a company
Must be 4%.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't know. And that's the difference.
4.99%.
We don't know. We don't just make shit up. That's
So that if that's the case, then it's an absolute democracy over there at Disney. And man, if I wanted to influence somebody, I would certainly put more than 5% worth of my money in.
Okay, so just as a quick recap, so we can get it all in one spot here. This is from the Economic Times and India Times. Almost 2 years have passed since Larry Fink, the chief executive officer of BlackRock Inc., declared that a fundamental reshaping of global capitalism was underway, and that his firm would help lead it by making it easier to invest in companies with favorable environmental and social practices. Yeah. That's it. The crazy thing to really, not even crazy, the main thing to pinpoint on this is people like Ethan Van Sciver, who's always calling everybody commies, right? If you're not a chud, basically, if you're not a right winger, you're a commie to him. And you notice there's a word in there that goes directly against that. It's capitalism. Right. And as we just went over, it's all about making people more money. I can't imagine anything that's designed to make people more money is somehow
Fascism.
some leftist fucking, and of course people that are watching Critical Drinker aren't listening to the words he's saying and running it through a filter of like, wait, hold on. It's all just gut reaction. They're like, what? Oh, I knew it. He said, this and this and this. Yeah, he's right. His videos are literally designed so that you do not have to really have time. You do not have time to really reflect on anything he says before he's quickly on to the next spot. That's the like I've covered it on my stream. Like his quick pace editing, like the sort of hypnotic nature of it is designed so that all you feel is rage without any thought behind it. And because it's constantly just an endless stream of what about this, what about that, what about this. If you don't think about it, it feels like he's providing evidence, but all his comparisons are completely arbitrary.
Yeah, no, it's just logic that falls apart with any thought.
That's
whatsoever.
that's why it takes us like an hour to get through one of his videos. So we're probably not going to do that, or hopefully we don't do that today. But yeah, because if you actually try to like break it down to address everything he says, it takes that long to do like an 8-minute video of his because he just packs so much shit in there.
All right,
fundamentally though, it kind of makes sense that they are against it, even though they don't understand it, because it really is. If it works the way that it seems like, these people want it to. It could kind of reshape the way capitalism operates, right?
It's the antithesis of what they're doing.
It's putting
they're making money singing this right-wing bullshit.
Bingo, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah. It's just they're trying to insert these concerns, even these considerations into the profit motive. They're trying to basically merge those two things, and of course they're going to dislike it.
Yeah.
Just to kind of do a little lighten up before we go into that.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the best fictional evil corporations.
Let's do it.
Oh, nice. Yes.
What do you guys
see their
favorite
ESG scores?
Yeah. What's your favorite fictional evil corporations? Chat.
BlackRock.
Panel.
I'm gonna go with E-Corp for Mr. Robot.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay.
Oh, dude, so good. Second favorite show of all time.
I think of Omnicorp one. All I can think of was Wutani.
Oh, Tyrell.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Tyrell's a good one.
Whalen,
whatever the name of that corporation in Andor, because that show's hella sick.
Oh, Organized Chaos Productions, yes. No, that's actually funny. The Omnicorp. What was the P stand for? Omnicorp
Prime?
Robocop. Maybe.
Protection?
But like, I used the Organized Chaos Productions and
Omni Consumer Products.
That was it. Omni Consumer Products. Before I had a logo, I just put in the OCP logo for my logo.
Nice.
If you look up my
Umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Umbrella. Yeah.
Their ESP score is fucking garbage.
I bet they're pretty low.
Yeah.
Somebody said like Corp. That's a good one. Oscorp as well.
InGen from Jurassic Park for sure.
InGen. Fucking A.
Yeah.
For you Marvel Comics fans, if you've ever read any 2099 stories, you got Alchemax. They basically run the U.S. in the 2099 comics.
The name of the company from Avatar.
Oh. Unobtainium Corp or something? I don't.
Unobtainium Corp. That's the name. Yes.
That's not it. I know it's not it. I just made that.
That's not it. I don't remember what it was called. The Wally Corporation. What was that? By and large. Government.
Yeah, by and large.
By and large.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've been meaning to get that Criterion 4K, man, because like Avatar is like my favorite Pixar movie.
I'm getting RNA.
Avatar? Wally.
Oh yeah, RNA. That is what it is. Yeah, RNA, which is the other type of.
We
DNA.
know what RNA stands for.
No, but isn't it tied to DNA like a different?
Has to do with
oh yeah, that's the stuff they put in the vaccines that changed our DNA.
That's stuff they put.
Apocalypse never predicted the future. Fuck yeah! Haven't had a Toxic Crusaders reference on this channel since I covered it in my videos. Globex from Simpsons.
Yeah,
and then of course Momco from Futurama.
That's the one I was trying to think. The anchovy one.
Oceanic Atlantic.
I lost my luggage, those fuckers. Flight 815.
Wayland Yutani.
Somebody said Wayland Yutani already.
There it is.
Or the Dharma Initiative. I'll stay in the same universe.
Initiative. Yeah. There you go.
Here's an ethical thing for you, I guess. What about
I hate ethics.
Skynet? Is Skynet evil?
Yes.
No,
Skynet
it's
has
capitalistic.
a great ESG score. It's amazing. We need to invest immediately.
I don't know how long I could hold.
Oh,
Skynet
man.
evolved from Cyberdyne Systems, which I don't think was evil.
Oh, right, yeah.
So Skynet, though, but I mean,
blending
what I mean
scenes.
is like, if Skynet became self-aware and decided, oh, the best way to save the world basically is to wipe out humanity, is that evil, or is that just
That's pretty intelligent.
Mhm.
These people can't save themselves.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. God damn it,
Garbage.
you're right.
Cyberdyne is
Oh,
a company.
he's right.
Skynet is a
He's correct.
program.
Yes,
Yes,
he's right.
He's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Spectre. Spectre.
Let's
yeah.
see.
I want that. That like
Well, was Spectre an official
portable.
corporation, or was it just a group? I thought it was just a group.
It's a
bunch of guys.
multinational firm.
A bunch of homies.
Oh.
They hang out at the bar on Tuesdays and drink like Bud Lights and shit. Talk about the old days.
Oh, I forgot about InGen. You're wearing the damn shirt, Ed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
sure.
said,
You said it before.
Engine
Oh,
already.
okay.
I said it earlier. Yeah.
And I'll rattle off a few more here, then we can move on. We got Umbrella, Valentine Corp from Kingsman, OCP, Multinational United from District 9, RDA, Recall. from Total
Recall.
Oh, yeah.
Tyrell,
Totally.
Incom from Tron, Initech from Office Space, Lunar
Tyrell.
Industries from the movie Moon, which is a great movie, underrated.
That is a great movie. Yeah. It's a bummer he
Yeah.
never made anything as good after that. Man,
Yeah.
really is a bummer. he
What
never
about
made-
Rudfuckers from
Rudfuckers, yeah.
or butt fuckers
Yeah.
from Idiocracy?
They're all the same thing. They all evolved.
Gatorade from Idiocracy.
And then, Brondo.
Like out of the
Yeah,
toilet.
Rondo, yep.
It's what plants crave.
What plants great.
It's got electrolytes.
Because I make money every time I say it. Stupid.
Welcome to gospel.
Oh,
I love
and there's
you.
what else is there? There's fucking Google. Oh no, that's real.
How many times?
I love The Last Jedi.
We're really not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned, and I really just want to make that clear.
Yeah, what is the most recent Japanese film you enjoyed so far?
See, a lot of them would be older ones, like Old Boy, for example. Yeah, probably stuff like that. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I really like that. But yeah, it's...
I've already told that little son of a bitch. I don't understand it.
Bring organized chaos. So
This leak continues.
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
Superman is not black.
Superman's not human,
Yes, he is. He actually is a humanoid. He's just not from Earth.
so he's an alien.
You think we ain't filmed all of these? That could stump. What type of gay ass shit?
A garbage series that nobody gives a fuck about. They're using this character and his reveal, his in-costume reveal, in a show no one cares about to get people excited about a show that no one cares about. Seems like nobody really cares about She-Hulk.
I think we may be dealing with the rainbow, if you know what I mean. All right, man, this should go without saying. It should, but unfortunately, you fucking level 1 rookie bitch ass.
Look, I don't love everything Star Wars, but do I constantly whine and bitch and complain about it? No! I don't like, cool, there's people that love Rebels, there's people that love Rogue One, and that's awesome. That is continuing to enhance the universe and bring more people into the fold.